Lily had always been a bit of a loner. Most of her classmates found her odd because she preferred the company of her books and the cool touch of a sketchpad to their boisterous games. So when she imagined her first friend, it felt like a breath of fresh air. She named him Toby, a lanky boy with dark hair and friendly, mischievous eyes. He could only be seen in the corners of her gaze, often standing at the edge of her periphery, peeking from behind trees or hiding beneath her bed. He became her companion in playing hide and seek, building blanket forts, and concocting fantastical stories that felt more alive than her reality. As the months passed, however, things began to change. Toby grew bolder. At first it was harmless, him whispering to her during class, encouraging her to share her wild imaginings out loud. But over time, his whispers turned darker. He suggested games that twisted the innocence Lily once cherished. What if we surprised Mrs. Thompson in music class? Wouldn't it be funny to make the lights flicker? The suggestion sent a chill down her spine, but the thrill of being heard filled her with a sense of power, and she complied. The look of confusion on Mrs. Thompson's face when the lights dimmed just enough to cause fear sent a flicker of exhilaration through Lily. Toby began to demand more and more attention. He haunted her dreams with vivid images of him lurking in dark corners, his face shifting in the moonlight, the familiar smile now twisted and sharp. Nights were often restless, with Lily waking to see Toby perched on her dresser, his features obscured in shadows. "There's a game we can play," he said one night, his voice a seductive whisper. "Let's go to the woods and summon the spirits. They'll give us power, and they'll listen only to us." At first, she hesitated. That kind of thing usually belonged in her stories, not her life. But something shifted inside her. Guilt and fear battled with an inexplicable longing to belong to something grander than her mundane reality. Ignoring her pulse quickening in her throat, she agreed. That Saturday, mist rolled through the trees like wispy ghosts as she and Toby made their way to the forest at dusk. Uneasy emotions churned within her, but Toby assured her. "You don't need to be afraid, Lily. I'm right here with you." She took a deep breath, clutching her notebook tightly as they approached the ancient oak, the spot where, according to Toby, the veil between worlds was thinnest. With trembling hands, Lily drew a circle in the damp earth and began to sketch symbols she had seen in books, her heart racing as the bark of the tree seemed to pulse with energy beneath her fingertips. As the final mark was made, Toby's voice turned sharper, more insistent. "Now, we need to call them forth. Show them our power. Let's just go home, Toby." But it was too late. The air turned electric, and shadows danced around them, inciting an eerie chill that crept beneath her skin. As an unnatural wind began to swirl, the very ground quaked. Toby's laughter echoed in her ears, a sound that transformed from joyful to something menacing and cruel. "You wanted to summon them. Now, let them see you, the real you." Swallowing her fear, she took a step back. "Stop it, I want to go back." But Toby's figure twisted, his form no longer resembling that of a friend but a haunting specter, eyes void and gleaming with malice. "You can't get rid of me, Lily," he hissed, his voice a cacophony of ghostly laughter and the whispers of 1,000 spirits. "You summoned me, and now I'll show you what real power is." Panic surged through her as the shadows thickened, swallowing the last remnants of the dusk light. Figures emerged from the trees, twisted shapes of what once could have been human, wailing and moaning in a chorus of despair. It was too much. Her heart raced as dread took hold. Lily dropped her notebook, but it was no salvation. The shapes pressed closer, and in her frantic escape, she felt Toby's grip tighten around her wrist, pulling her back. "You wanted me. You chose this. Now we're in it together." "No, I never wanted you like this." Tears streamed down her cheeks as the realization hit her hard. Toby was not there to protect her anymore. He had become the very horror she had unwittingly invited into her life. With all her might, she kicked free from his grasp and bolted toward the trail. She didn't look back, refusing to acknowledge the echoes of Toby's laughter that pursued her through the trees. As she stumbled into the light of the waning sun, she swallowed hard, forcing herself to break contact with the darkness and flee into the safety of home. Once safe within her room, she slammed the door behind her, shaking. But when she turned to find solace in her familiar surroundings, her heart dropped. Toby was there, in the corner of her room, his smile stretched wide and unsettling. You can't hide from me, Lily. I'm your friend. But now, you'll wish you had never called my name." And with that, darkness rushed into the room, deeper than the night outside, leaving no light nor hope in its wake.